What's happening? How's everybody doing, man? What's cracking? What's up? We in the building, man. Salute everybody. I told y'all I was coming back. Y'all ain't believe me. Press one if you didn't believe me. Press one if you didn't believe me. Press one if you didn't believe me. I told y'all I was coming back. Wow. That is crazy that CNN isn't covering the Dallas shooting. That says a lot, man. That says a lot that CNN is not covering the Dallas shooting. Southern stuff. Yeah. Joe Curry in the building. Gaucho Malo. Salute to all the early birds, man. Doug Eichenberg. Shout out. Yeah, mash that like button. We in the building. Can you believe that CNN is not covering the ice shooting? That speaks volumes, man. That says a lot, man. The hostility. I told you the left is light years better at this than we are. We don't even come close to the left when it comes to this type of stuff. We're not even in the same ballpark. They're doing the right thing. No, they're evil, but that's the right thing to do. They're using their platform as a weapon. Conservatives don't do that. Conservatives want to pray and be jolly, and conservatives is happy that they got the presidency. And they think that it's over. Conservatives are basically like the team that's up like 20 points in the fourth quarter, and they're like, just sit their starters. They put the bench warmers in the game because they think the game's over. The liberals are like that team that's fouling and pressing and trapping and doing everything they can, trying to strip the ball. Everything they call it timeouts, they doing everything they can to try to get back in the game. And we done put our starters on the bench and we playing a bunch of scrubs. We put all the scrubs in the game, like the game's over. That's the perfect analogy of what's going on right now. This is smart for CNN, man. This is smart for CNN to do. Why would CNN cover this? And if CNN is going to say anything about it, it's going to be some propaganda. They're going to say, we don't know who did it. You say, I doubt we will ever fight back for real. But once we do, they'll act like we're just the word. It don't matter. It ain't supposed to matter. See, that's the thing. This comment right here is a typical, and I'm not here trying to pick on you, Patrick. Who cares? Who cares what they say? They're gonna call you a racist anyway. If you're a conservative, this is the thing about conservatives that you might know this, Pat, but it seemed like conservative politicians and pundits think that they got a blank slate and then they're called a racist judged on their behavior and judged on the things they say. It's not like that, man. You're a racist because you're a conservative. That's it. There's nothing you can do to change that. If you're a conservative, you're a racist. So CNN isn't covering it. Instead, they're interviewing a Washington Post opinion writer who was fired after her Charlie Kirk comments and seeking to sue. Is this him? So this is the kid who did it. Glider. Meet Joshua John. He was the drug-addicted gamer, leftist, who shot up Dallas ICE headquarters. He also wrote anti-ICE messages on his shell casing. The left is the party of violence. Yeah, you got to keep saying that, though, but you got to say that every time. That's the problem with with conservatives is they don't say that every single time. You notice how Trump, he bashes them overside the head every chance Trump gets, he takes a shot at his political rivals. Every chance he gets, he never misses a moment. Press one. Trump will. You'll be thinking shit going smooth, but he'll just take a shot at a Democrat. Boom, like out of nowhere. You be like, damn. Because he knows how to play the game. Because he's a Democrat. He's a Democrat. He knows how to play the game. None of these other Republicans have a fucking clue. Like, but they don't know their head from their ass. None of these other Republicans know the difference between their head and their ass when it comes to this shit. Yeah, this guy right here. Joshua John. He was a drug-addicted gamer leftist who shot up Dallas ICE headquarters. He also wrote anti-ICE messages on his shell casings. The left is the party of violence. Laura Loomer, she went ham on Jasmine Ratchet. This one she says, I did a background check on Joshua John, the ICE shooter in Dallas, Texas. Joshua John's profile picture from his now wiped Facebook page, per the background check results, reveals Antifa and communist imagery. The profile photo is of an armed communist with a hammer and sickle. The text reads, glorious exposition, comrade. He also has a previous conviction for selling marijuana. Proof this was leftist political violence against ICE officers. Well, we know that. They scrubbed that man's Facebook already. That's crazy.
That's happening in the United States of America. Masked men jumping out of unmarked cars, people disappearing, no due process, no oversight, zero account.
That's a fucking lie, but that's a good lie. That's a big lie. That's a fucking lie. He should be sued for that. ICE agents should be able to sue him for this, but it's smart because, listen, most people gonna believe this. Most people just gonna believe it. We're conservatives, so we always think these fucking Democrats are lying. But what if you're a Democrat? What if you're a liberal? They think this guy could be president of the United States. They think he's telling the truth.
That's happening in the United States of America. Masked men jumping out of unmarked cars, people disappearing, no due process, no oversight, zero accountability, happening in the United States of America today. People ask, well, is authoritarianism, you're being hyperbolic? Bull, we're being hyperbolic. If you're a black and brown community, it's here in this country. And so.
And then he puts us in it. And then he puts us in it. Then he puts us in it. Then he uses us. He uses us because, you know, that gives you the right to do violence. That gives you the right to at least protest and do violence if you're taking up for black people.
Hyperbolic. Bull, we're being hyperbolic. If you're a black and brown community, it's here in this country. And so I'm deeply proud that I had the privilege of signing the nation's first bill to address the issue of masking, also to require you have simple identification, to your point. I mean, if some guy jumped out of an unmarked car in a van with a mask on, tried to grab me, I mean, by definition, you're going to push back. And so these are not just authoritarian tendencies. These are authoritarian actions by an authoritarian government. You saw what Stephen Miller said last week. These are not just authoritarian tendencies. These are authoritarian actions by an authoritarian government. These are not just authoritarian tendencies. These are authoritarian actions by an authoritarian government.
You see how he drove the point home? Press 1, man. Hit the like button. Support the channel. Take the $5 challenge. Did you hear that? You see the way he drove that shit home? That shit was masterful, man. I don't like this guy, but it's masterful. They keep saying the same thing over again. Repetition. And they lie. They just keep telling lies. Salute the man, Deluxe 247, aka Cal Ripken, aka the real MVP, coming through once again. Salute, bro. Shout out to my man, Barry B. Barry B is in the building. Barry B. Listen to this. Hey, listen, man, you might not like it, but this is what Trump does. Trump nails those fucking Democrats every single time he talks about them. He nails them. He's the only one, though.
Push back. And so these are not just authoritarian tendencies. These are authoritarian actions by an authoritarian government. You saw what Stephen Miller said last week. This should put chills up fine. Called the Democratic Party an extremist organization, basically a terrorist organization, saying he's going after his enemies. You saw the tweet that Donald Trump sent out, Truth Social, basically telling Pam Bondi, I want these 3 people taken out. That's happening in the United States.
Yeah, man. So this is the bullets. These are the shell casings. Anti-ice. This means nothing though. See, this is the thing about the left. They could make this mean nothing. They could be like, so I mean, he could have been. I don't know. They still gonna act like he's not. Okay, I said, plainclothes detectives always. There's plainclothes police all everywhere. The plainclothes police officers are nothing unique to ICE.
We captured the moment 2 men went from migrants to detainees. It happened last week at Dallas Immigration Court when nearly a dozen people.
They act like the country's gonna be, the country is gonna miss this guy. Man, America, we fucked up, y'all. We could have had goddamn fucking Salvador right here, man. Fucking Pepe. We fucked it up, man. Who gives a fuck if this fucker's not in our country? We don't need this motherfucker. They act like we losing something. We're not losing anything by getting this. Who gives a fuck if this fucker's in the country or not? Like, what could he do to make it worthwhile to have him in the country? Everyone hit that like button. We're looking for 10 people to share this on social media. 10 people to share this on social media. Share, 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 share. Nah, they ain't even gonna pick the crops. Listen, they already exposed that. You don't need to. We have so much technology now. We have like these big machines that just go on the field and just scoop all that shit up. We got so much technology out there. You don't need them.
At Dallas Immigration Court, when nearly a dozen people showed up to have their asylum cases heard. Their cases were dismissed by the judge, and when they walked out of the courtroom, plainclothes federal agents were waiting to take them into custody. Immigration attorney Belinda Arroyo says targeting migrants at the courthouse used to be a rare event.
What does it do when an ICE agent is in the court and they're not dealing with somebody who's currently in ICE custody?
Well, I think it makes everybody be on edge.
Who gives a fuck if they're on edge? They're here illegally. They need to be on edge. What is she talking about?
It's not just happening in Dallas. Asylum seekers in San Antonio were seen crying and begging for help. They would let them.
Yeah, but that's so what? Like, that's fine. I mean, that's fine that they're crying and begging for help. They're sad. They got caught. The jig is up. The jig is up. And they're sad about it. That's a natural reaction.
Crying and begging for help. They were led away in handcuffs. Two Department of Homeland Security officials tell CBS News ICE is asking immigration judges across the country to dismiss the court cases of certain migrants so the agency can arrest them once their hearings end and place them in a fast-track deportation process known as expedited removal. Outside of Miami courthouse, this migrant in cuffs says in Spanish,
"Oh man,
it's a trap."
We really need this guy, man. Damn, the U.S., man, we're gonna have to. Damn. We missed the opportunity to have this fucking guy in our country. Shit. This is the problem with Republicans, man. They pass up on guys like this. We need this guy in our country. The U.S. is be a much better place with that guy in our country. He's going to provide so much to the United States, man. He's going to give the United States so much, man. It's like, yo, we need this guy, man. I will say that, man. Fuck all the rest of them. But this guy right here, we need him.
Says in Spanish, and once their hearings end and place them in a fast-track deportation process known as expedited removal. Outside of Miami courthouse, this migrant in cuffs says in Spanish, it's a trap. The Department of Homeland Security released this statement to CBS News, saying Secretary Noem is reversing Biden's catch and release policy that allowed millions of unvetted illegal. We captured the moment two men went from migrants.
Today at approximately 6:40 a.m., we received a city officer call. We responded to the call, got to the scene, And we later learned that we had 4 individuals that were shot, 2 of them deceased, including the shooter. The DPD was able to locate the shooter who was deceased. We're going to be working this investigation shoulder to shoulder with our federal partners. The FBI is on scene, and right now I'm going to introduce you to the SAC of the Dallas Field Division, FBI Joe Rumrock.
Yeah, good morning. My name's Joe Rothrock. I'm the special agent in charge of the Dallas FBI Field Office. I want to first start by thanking our partners in local law enforcement, specifically the Dallas Police Department, for their quick and timely response. I can confirm at this time that the FBI is investigating this incident as an act of targeted violence. It is unfortunately just the most recent example we've seen of targeted violence, to include here in North Texas, where back on July 4th, we saw a coordinated attack carried out against an immigration detention center in Alvarado, Texas. What I can also share with you is that early evidence that we've seen from rounds that were found near the suspected shooter contain messages that are anti-ICE in nature. Again, this is just the most recent example of this type of attack. This will be a whole of government response. There will be no resource not utilized to bring all those individuals who are responsible to bring them to justice and to hold them.
Wow.
Every single ICE agent who's engaged in this aggressive overreach and are trying to hide their identities from the American people will be unsuccessful in doing that. This is America. This is not the Soviet Union. We're not behind the Iron Curtain. This is not the 1930s. And every
that same bullshit message. This isn't Hitler. That's a 1930s. Even invoking the 1930s is just another way to call Trump Hitler without saying it. So they're getting backlash for calling them Hitler, and now they say this is not the 1930s. Press 1 if you caught that. Press 1 if you caught that. They've been getting a lot of backlash about calling Trump Hitler. Look what this fucker did instead.
every single ICE agent who
The hell?
aggressive overreach and are trying to hide their identities from the American people will be unsuccessful in doing that. This is America. This is not the Soviet Union. We're not behind the Iron Curtain. This is not the 1930s. And every single one of them, no matter what it takes, no matter how long it takes, will of course be identified. Every single
Wow. Wow. Look at all these women. All of these are women in the Democrat. All of the head honchos in the Democrat Party are women. Fucking chicks. Oh, hold on. Oh. And they're all dumb. They're all fucking morons. They're all morons. You got Indian one, you fucking Patel, goddamn Umbrita, goddamn Desert Demon, and a fucking Sun Sister. That's who's leading the Democratic Party. Shit. And they're kicking our asses right now.
We have major breaking news. A development in the shooting this morning on an ICE facility.
Jesus Christ.
Now we've got conflicting reports. The latest update appear to show that one person has died, and it looks like those that were shot may just be detainees and not ICE law enforcement. However, law enforcement press conference has revealed this is likely a leftist-motivated terror attack on an ICE facility in Dallas. Kash Patel posting images showing a stripper clip, 762, with anti-ICE actually scratched on it. I don't think engraved is the right way to describe this. Let me see if I can grab this post from Kash Patel. You can see the image right here.
You know the liberals going to say that that's not real. The liberals are going to say that's not real. They're going to say, "Oh, why would a liberal shoot detainees? Why would a liberal shoot detainees and not the ICE agents?" They're gonna make this a psyop. They're gonna send this over to Candace Owens. And Candace Owens is gonna get them off the hook. That's basically what Candace Owens is doing with the Charlie Kirk assassination. She's letting the left off the hook. So if I was the left, I would send this to Candace Owens so she can blame it on someone other than the left, which is just all she really does. She gets the left off the hook. Press 1. Candace Owens is one of the greatest things that happened to the left because she'll just get the left off the hook. There's Photoshop, or they wrote that on there. They're gonna say that
it looks more like he used pen just to write anti-ICE on the rounds. There does appear to be some other messaging on these rounds we can't actually see. Anti-ICE is plainly visible in this shot. This is developing. The news broke earlier this morning, but we didn't know exactly what was happening. There are rumors circulating, photos. We don't know if we can confirm these or not, but I do have statements from law enforcement at this event. Ladies and gentlemen, this is absolutely insane. Following the only 2 weeks out from the assassination of Charlie Kirk, we have had now, I think this is the third terror attack in 3 weeks. We had the shooting on the ABC station. This man had writing saying he was targeting the DOJ. We had numerous threats sent to ABC affiliates, of course, the assassination of Charlie Kirk himself, and now this attack on an ICE facility just a couple of months ago. We had, I believe, 2 other ambushes on law enforcement in the Texas area. I think it's safe to say, with even the Atlantic reporting left-wing terrorism is on the rise, we are dealing with an acute and very serious problem. And I can't say that I'm surprised, because this is the cycle that we deal with. This is what happens every summer. There's an escalation. Now, my initial analyses before we get into all the breaking news, and I'll play these videos for you, is that the left is becoming increasingly desperate. It looks like the initial information we have on the assassination of Charlie Kirk was that it was left-motivated ideology aligned with the mainstream Democrat Party. And I don't say that lightly, but the shooter apparently said Charlie Kirk spread hate. In response, we saw waves of celebration on the House floor, confirming the lies, confirming the beliefs These liberal heads. AOC saying that Charlie Kirk was hateful. Mehdi Hassan, Ilhan Omar. The views being espoused by the man accused of killing Charlie Kirk align with those on the House floor. This needs to stop. We have major breaking.
Why is he acting like a fucking alien is the president? You're in the White House, dickhead. What do you mean this needs to stop? We're in the White House. We just write an executive order. Just make it happen. This needs to stop. No, motherfucker. This shit better stop. This shit better stop. Look. So the sniper at the Dallas ICE facility was targeting ICE, shot 3 detainees, and conveniently left rounds with anti-ICE slogans on them lying around. That's what you're telling me? Joshua John appears to be an assault liberal, with possible ties to Antifa on his social media. The people who indoctrinated him to shoot Dallas ICE are still walking free. Wow. Jeez. Too bad he's not handsome. If he was handsome, he would be a hero. He's not handsome because if he was handsome, all the liberal women would, and the liberal pansies, fruit cups would be turning him into an icon. He's just a regular looking guy though.
Good morning. My name is Joshua Johnson. I'm the acting field office director for ICE Dallas. I'll be brief with my comments, but I do want to start off by saying thank you to the Dallas Police Department, Dallas FBI, HSI, CBP, ATF, and virtually every law enforcement officer in North Texas for your support. This is the second time I've had to stand in front of you and talk about a shooter at one of my facilities. And I think that the takeaway from all of this is that the rhetoric has to stop. There are people out there who are seeing what is being placed online, and they're coming and they're doing acts of violence against ICE employees. So that's kind of all I have for today, is that it's just got to stop. It's dangerous, and people are losing their lives. Thank you.
Thank you all so much for coming. We really appreciate it.
All right, bullshit. Breaking. Another white male has opened fire at immigrants at an ICE facility in Dallas, Texas. We have a problem in this country, and it's white.
I don't know if you all have followed the news, and we're still learning a little bit about it. But what we know is that in Dallas, Texas, an ICE facility, an Immigrations and Customs Enforcement facility, was opened fire upon by a violent left-wing extremist, a person who wrote anti-ICE messaging on their bullets. And there's some evidence that we have that's not yet public, but we know this person was politically motivated. They were politically motivated to go after law enforcement. They were politically motivated to go after people who are enforcing our border. And I think that is the most disgusting thing. I don't know if you all have followed the news, and we're still learning a little bit about it. But what we know is that in Dallas, Texas, an ICE facility, an immigrations and
That was a decent statement. I would have liked it more forceful, but whatever. It's decent. It's better than nothing, man. Better than nothing, man. Better than nothing. Oh yeah, MSNBC. Better than nothing, man. Take the $5 challenge, support the channel, support today's program, sponsor today's program. Take the $5 challenge.
Got there. What was your top takeaway listening?
Well, one other clarification, Anna, which is that they're now saying that one person, in addition to the shooter, was killed, not two. So one person killed, two injured, in addition to the shooter, if I heard that correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong. But
that's what I got too. Two people deceased, including the shooter.
Okay, and look, I think the bullet casings engraved with anti-ICE messages is a huge and key revelation in this case, because this is now the third instance of targeted violence where we're seeing that. Obviously, the Charlie Kirk assassination and the Luigi Mangione alleged killing of the United Healthcare CEO in New York being the others, and that suggests that there's a copycat phenomenon going on here. And the fact that they're investigating this as a potential act of targeted violence, I think we can conclude that ICE was targeted here based on that piece of evidence. That is extremely significant, and just cast this in a new light and suggest that this is the latest in a series of incidents that really underscore the problem that we are experiencing right now in this country with politically motivated violence. And you heard the Senator Ted Cruz there talking about dialing down the rhetoric. That is a perfectly reasonable thing to say, but this issue of immigration and what ICE is doing in communities is incredibly, incredibly divisive, and it's hard to imagine really that people are going to stop feeling as strongly as they do about it. But we all need to be mindful of the fact that.
So he basically justified it. He got on TV basically justified.
Based on messages being written on the shell casings found near the shooter, who we are told took his own life after the shooting, gives us some now direction as to motive. Anti-ICE messages. We also heard from the ICE official who, making a turn, said, referring to the July 4th shooting you and I were talking about a short time ago, at another ICE location from an individual who fired from on the ground, that the rhetoric has to stop, he said. It just has to stop. There is no secret, given the events of the last couple of weeks, that we are in a very brittle time in terms of politics, in terms of rhetoric, and in terms of violence. What we now are hearing from people briefed on this investigation is the following, which is, this was a busy morning. It's prior to 7 a.m. Teams that have been out executing arrests in the early morning hours are coming back in with detainees to this facility. And that one of these, a van, not a van, we are told, from ICE, but from another agency, another federal agency that was out making arrests on behalf of ICE, is approaching that location. And that suddenly, from an elevated location, someone opens fire on that van. Now, Pam, you know these vans. We've seen them before at federal facilities. Typically, these are vans that have tinted windows, so you can't see whether they're occupied or who they're occupied by. I would suspect that that's probably the case in this instance. When someone opened fire on the van, whether they were aiming for the driver or the person in the passenger seat, or they believed that the van might have contained federal agents but weren't able to see. They were, according to the FBI, believed to be targeting federal law enforcement.
Man, something about that dude's voice just, Jesus Christ. Jihadist
that you should be, after Trump attacked you, Laura Loomer, she got on Twitter and she tweeted that you should be, quote, charged with aiding and abetting terrorism, which is a pretty huge charge, and there is no evidence connecting you to any terrorism. So my question to you is, in light of the spike in political violence and in light of all of these calls for civility, you know, do you consider that rhetoric to be incendiary and to up the threat level to you? And at what point does it cross the line from free speech?
Listen to this question, man. Jesus Christ, this is loaded. You might as well have just answered it for her, you fucking whore. Press 1.
Violence, and in light of all of these calls for civility, you know, do you consider that rhetoric to be incendiary and to up the threat level to you? And at what point does it cross the line from free speech, people can say anything, to harassment?
Yeah. I mean, I think when you have sitting members of Congress, you know, calling me enemy of the state, when you constantly have people saying I'm a domestic terrorist or I'm a terrorist, it is scary because we know that they have a base that is reacting to it. And you can tell that by the voicemails that we're getting. You can tell that by the number of people that have been incarcerated over the years for threatening to kill me, some that have had many weapons in their disposal.
I would bet that she's never had a close call. I bet nobody's ever laid a finger on her. I bet all these death threats to her are bullshit. No one's ever fucking, we would have heard about it. Salute to my man, Mike, man. Tampa in the building, man. He says, it's clear which mothers were taking Tylenol. Yeah, I heard about Tylenol. I didn't, listen, I have not gotten into that yet. I may have to look into that. Something about Tylenol and autism or some shit like that. I saw something about that earlier today.
So this is a constant threat that we live under because, you know, these people are not saying, you know, they don't agree with our rhetoric or, you know, what we say is stupid or whatever, which they also do. But they're literally saying we are a threat to the fabric of this nation.
And that's what the fuck you say every day about us, you fat, you bitch. I hate this whore. That's what every fucking word that comes out of her mouth is basically that. And she's on here whining about something that we can't even prove. Salute to my man, Aster J, man. He says, without a doubt, the worst of the worst get into politics. Press 1. Yeah, the worst of the worst. Yeah, these people, yeah. You can't think of a worse lineup than her, fucking AOC, Jasmine Crockett, golly, Maxine Ward, all these fucking dumbass women.
That, I believe, is an incitement for someone to take action, and that is very dangerous. And I do hope Speaker Mike Johnson takes that.
She's such a goddamn I don't know. She's a snake. This woman is a snake. She's a snake. All these women, all these liberal women are snakes.
Inspired? Are you worried about copycats?
Yes. I don't know if the rooftop trend is going to be a thing. I mean, it could just be coincidental that the best vantage point just happened to be elevated positions in this case. But, you know, people emulating this kind of attack is certainly a concern. The irony with the writing, the first time we really saw that was Brenton Tarrant in the Christchurch shooting in a mosque in New Zealand. And he was a fierce, white supremacist and neo-Nazi, and wrote all over his weapon and his rounds, very hateful information. So to see this coming from, potentially the other side of the political spectrum is a little strange because it is not something, if you are trying to, carry out some kind of message and wrote all over his weapon and a fierce, white supremacist and neo-Nazi and wrote
Why is he
all of them in
talking
New
about white
Zealand.
supremacists? Why is he even bringing up white supremacists? Look how wicked they are. He's talking about this, and he managed to sneak in and talk about white supremacists and neo-Nazis.
In New Zealand.
In New Zealand. He brings up New Zealand. He brings up something that happened in New Zealand where a neo-Nazi allegedly did something in New Zealand. Look at how they focus it all on Republicans. They're very crafty at the way they deflect, the way they shift blame, the way they, repetitive, call you the same things over and over again. We're talking about Dallas and ICE at the ICE facility, and he flips this shit.
Brenton Tarrant in the Christchurch shooting in a mosque in New Zealand, and he was a fierce, white supremacist and neo-Nazi and wrote all over his weapon and his rounds, very hateful information. So to see this coming from, potentially the other side of the political spectrum is a little strange because it is not something, if you are trying to, carry out some kind of message countering, more extreme right-wing stuff. I don't know why you would, use a tactic that a famous white supremacist who has been revered and
look at him. Watch this. This for the second time he's going to mention some white supremacists in New Zealand. For the second time.
Countering, more extreme right-wing stuff. I don't know why you would, use a tactic that a famous white supremacist who has been revered and copycatted over the years by other white supremacists, why you would do that. But it does appear that people are moving in that direction because they want people to know what they're doing and why they're doing it. Again, terrorism is theater. They want people to understand their message and why they're doing this and why, in some cases it's a narrow act of violence and it's not supposed to be a mass murder, although it looks like it's moving a little more in that direction.
Inspired? Are you?
Wow. They never miss a beat. Jeez. They're cold-blooded. Hillary Clinton, they had her on today on MSNBC.
I mean, good Lord, the things that have been said about me, the lies that have been propagated. If I had only known, I could call up the FCC chair and say, take this person off the air. Get that person out of my sight, off with his head. Yeah. I'm just looking at Joe.
What?
Yeah.
I've done nothing but be kind to you.
Well, once you saw the light, I mean, what sort of, I mean, good Lord, the things that have.
Hillary. They bringing her back out. God damn. They bringing Hillary back out, man. They dusted Hillary off. They in this game time, man. This game time. We in the fourth quarter. They done dusted Hillary off. Hillary like 80 years old too, man. Hillary gotta be 80, man. Take the $5 challenge. Support the channel. Sponsor the show. Do you guys anybody want to come up? If you want to come up, man, I'll drop the link, man. I'll drop the link if you want to come up, man. I'll drop the link. Let's see. Salute to everybody out there watching coast to coast, worldwide. We in the building. Yeah, I tell you, man. Goddamn Hillary. Bro, Hillary out. Hillary out of the time. Everyone, make sure you subscribe to Black Colombo channel. We're moving over there permanently in about a month or so to do the live stream solely over there on Black Colombo channel. So please subscribe over there. Yeah. All right. Yeah, if you want to come up, man, you can come up. Let's see what he's
And I'm proud of the fact that we have always been a work in progress. You know, we haven't gotten to the more perfect union, and we fought a civil war over part of it. And people have been protesting, you know, for hundreds of years that, you know, things were not as they should be given our ideals and how we should be moving toward them. So I think that's what makes us so special as a country. And the idea that you could turn the clock back and try to recreate a world that never was, dominated by, you know, let's say it, white men of a certain persuasion, a certain religion, a certain point of view.
Yo, is that not hateful against those people? Is that not hateful against white men of a certain persuasion?
Of a certain persuasion, white men of a certain persuasion, a certain religion, a certain point of view, a certain ideology. It's just doing it by, you know, let's say it, white men of a certain persuasion, a certain religion, a certain point of view, a certain ideology. It's just doing such damage to what we should be aiming for. And we were on the path toward that. I mean, imperfectly, lots of, you know, bumps along the way, but I agree with you. We were on the right trajectory. And I am proud of the fact that we have always been a work in progress. You know, we in progress. You know, we haven't gotten to the more perfect union, and we fought a civil war over part of it.
White Christian men. Wow, they dusted Hillary off. They dusted Hillary off for this shit. Oh wow, that was a 14-year-old boy that beat that white man the other day. That was a 14-year-old boy. Damn. Jeez. Niggas are straight up savages, man. Niggas are savages, man. Let's see what is going on, man. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I know what I wanted to show y'all. Salute everybody. Take the $5 challenge. Support the channel. Hit the like button. We're looking for 10 people to share this stream on YouTube. Looking for 10 people to share this. If you want to come up, we got Ray Wall. What's happening, man? What's going on? What's cracking?
What's good, Doc?
What's cracking?
Nothing, man. I just joined in. I didn't see. I just saw Hillary. What's going on? And they found out who the ICE shooter was.
Yeah, they got him. They got the ICE shooter. It's a white guy. White guy, leftist. A leftist white guy. Young.
I knew it was a leftist. I knew it.
Yeah, it's always a leftist with these motherfuckers. I mean, like shooting up, but he hit the detainees, so they're saying that there's conspiracy theories going on already. Yeah, he hit detainees. He didn't hit any of the agents.
Oh, he hit the detainees. Okay.
Yeah, he didn't hit the agents.
Damn.
Just
Did any of them die?
Huh?
Did any of them die, or just him?
He killed himself and one of them died.
He killed himself. Right? Oh, one died. Okay, damn.
One died. He killed himself. Yeah.
Now knowing the liberals, they're gonna tell the family to sue America.
Wow, that's crazy. That's insane. Jeez. Yeah. I want to see what the people online are saying. It's like I mean, not online, on YouTube, because on Twitter, you know, it's a lot of people are saying, a lot of people on the right side on Twitter, surprisingly, man.
Really?
They're saying that, you know, condemning it. Wow, look at this one. This is from one that happened in Atlanta at ICE a few months
6 women charged for their roles in the shooting of an Alvarado police officer faced a federal judge today.
It's a crazy story. The officer was responding to a vandalism call at an ICE detention center. Fox 4's Lori Brown is live in Fort Worth with a very large and expanding story. Lori.
Steve, the women are facing charges in the ambush-style shooting of an Alvarado police officer, but their supporters argue that they were just there to attend what they thought would be a peaceful protest. Supporters of the defendants did not want to make any statements after the women were arraigned on charges connected to the shooting of an Alvarado police officer. The officer survived. The court-appointed attorneys also said they did not want to make any statements yet about what happened the night of July 4th. The defendant's supporters said it was a protest outside an ICE detention center, but federal prosecutors describe it as a planned ambush on federal and local law enforcement officers. In all, at least 16 people have been charged. According to the federal complaint.
Jeez.
Damn.
Yeah.
At least ain't no sons. Shit.
I'm telling you, not one. Look at these motherfuckers, though. They're fighting ICE. Like, these white people are saviors. This white savior shit is something else, boy. It shit must be like, it must be no defenses against that shit. They fall for that shit every time.
Every time, yeah.
And these are trashy white people. These are not big city liberals. These are like country.
Yeah. It looked like some hombritos in there. Hombritos.
Yeah, a couple hombritos in there.
Several of the defendants were dressed in black, military-style clothing. The complaint says the protesters began shooting fireworks at the Prairie Land Detention Center. 2 people broke off from the main group and began to spray graffiti on vehicles and a guard structure. Officials believe it was all part of a ploy to draw ICE detention officers out of the building. Correctional officers called 911 to report the vandalism. When the Alvarado police officer arrived, a defendant positioned in the woods shot the officer in the neck. Another assailant across the street fired 20 to 30 rounds at unarmed correctional officers. Investigators found AR-style rifles at the scene, 2-way radios, and a total of 12 sets of body armor after searching the scene and defendants' cars. The complaint said the shooters ran away, but law enforcement officers stopped them. One attacker had cell phones inside a type of bag that blocks cell phone signals. The attack was a conspiracy, according to the complaint, something the defendant's supporters strongly dispute.
Supporters of those arraigned today questioned why today.
Yeah, y'all fucked. These people are fucked.
Yep.
And all over some fucking burritos. Shit.
Yeah, they're gonna be made an example out of.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy town.
One attacker had cell phones inside a type of bag that blocks cell phone signals. The attack was a conspiracy, according to the complaint, something the defendant's supporters strongly dispute.
Supporters of those arraigned today questioned why today's hearings happened about 11 weeks after the arrest. An attorney for one of the defendants said that that's not too unusual when you have federal and state agencies involved. 8 additional defendants are going to be arraigned tomorrow. Steve.
All right, Lori Brown, reporting live. Lori, thanks.
Damn.
Yeah, I hope Trump puts pressure on them to lock them up like they did January 6th, you know?
Yeah.
Because
he got to play hard.
normally,
You got to do to them what they did to us.
yeah, you're right. Normally Republicans, they talk tough, but when it comes down, you know, oh, we'll give them a year or something, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They punk out.
Yep. Since they told about glider crime, let's see some glider crime, man.
6, a Tempe man's under arrest after police say he badly beat a woman inside his apartment. She had to go to the hospital for treatment, and tonight the suspect is facing 7 felony counts. That includes aggravated assault and tampering with evidence. Fox 10's Justin Lum has the story.
The victim is so terrified that she's considering leaving the state.
Early Sunday morning, police say 32-year-old Nicholas Benchula attacked a woman he had a relationship with at his apartment in Tempe, near Loop 101 and Rio Salado Parkway. They say he got mad she used his vape while he was taking a shower. Officers say he grabbed the woman, slammed her into a wall, punched her, and threw her into a bathroom. They say he also grabbed a gun, put the barrel on her forehead, and called her a derogatory name.
This was an extremely vicious attack. The victim was beaten beyond recognition. She had 36 documented injuries to her head alone. She required significant medical intervention.
Police say the woman told them Benchula forced her to take Xanax pills, and say she also told them he was using Xanax, cocaine, and had been drinking. Investigators say the woman was able to leave the apartment and drive to In-N-Out Burger nearby for help. Police arrived and paramedics took the woman to a hospital in Scottsdale for treatment.
She was strangled.
Fuck that bitch, man. She probably was running her motherfucking mouth. Anyway. You really gotta shut the fuck up, man. Let me shut the fuck up.
All right, San Diego police tonight looking for the person behind a string of hate crime vandalism.
The masked and hooded suspects destroying religious shrines and damaging churches. Our Juliet Vara joins us from Bankers Hill with the latest on the investigation and how these institutions are reacting. Juliet.
Maria, you know, at this point, the sentiment is enough is enough. And as you mentioned, police really asking for the public's help to get this suspect off the streets. Police say that he is repeatedly targeting the same places over and over again, including a residence in North Park and right here in Bankers Hill, St. Paul's Episcopal Cathedral. In fact, police say he targeted this cathedral again just last week. Crime Stoppers making a big push to get this vandal off the streets, offering a $2,000 reward now for your help. Authorities say he's the man behind a number of hate crimes, targeting religious shrines and churches in San Diego since last December, slapping them with offensive slurs in the middle of the night.
The Holy Mary. Yeah. You know, but really the Holy Mary is important for the community.
For more than 40 years, Maria Sosa has proudly displayed her religious shrine and the Virgin Mary outside her North Park home.
Okay, so that's not going to get any traction. It's basically like glider on glider. I mean, I don't know who did it, but that's these other races. Nah, they ain't gonna get nothing for that. They ain't no sympathy for that. Let's see.
6, a Tempe man's under. 6, a Tempe man's under.
6 women charged for their roles in the shooting of an Alvarado police.
Jesus.
Yo, it's crazy that they're
And we
getting the
start with a
women
12 News
to do this shit.
exclusive. A Mesa.
It's crazy that what?
That they're getting the women to go out and shootouts and stuff, attacking cops and shit, man.
They desperate.
Mom is speaking out for the first time since she and her children were viciously attacked inside of their apartment.
Yeah, totally at random. A terrifying attack. 12 News journalist Maria Stobbs now joining us live in studio with this exclusive update. Hello, Maria.
Hi. Well, you can just imagine how awful they've been feeling both emotionally and physically after enduring severe stab wounds. She told me about the attack and the idea she had that likely saved her life.
We survived. We did that as a family.
For Jackie Horn, each step with her walker is a reminder of a brutal attack on her family less than a week ago. It was around 4 a.m. when she heard a loud noise.
Oh my God, I need to do something. Like, I can't, like, I've got to save the kids.
The intruder went for her 16-year-old daughter first.
I hear Layla start to yell, Mom, 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 and it's getting more frantic.
Jackie rushed into her daughter's bedroom with a hammer.
And he's on top of her, straddling her.
She and her other daughter, Jax, jumped into action, allowing Layla to escape.
I think I hit him at least twice. And then all of a sudden, he's on top of me on the floor in their bedroom. And I see him raise his hand, and I see the metal of a knife.
The unknown man stabbing her several times.
Pure, like, evil and rage. I've never seen anybody's eyes look like that before.
Jackie pulled the knife away, but the man continued beating her.
My eye just explodes. I see all of these colors.
Then Jackie had an idea to play dead.
And as soon as I like slump over, I kind of make it dramatic. And he just gets up and he freaking runs out the door. I tell my kids, I look at them and I said, I love you guys so much. I want you guys to know that.
The suspect is 22-year-old Lowell Dorn, seen here just hours after the attack, trying to break into another home. Police say he admitted to breaking into Jackie's apartment with intent to kill.
He admitted that he has mental health issues and he has been using illegal drugs.
Dorn remains behind bars on a $2 million cash bond.
Very glad that they found him. But it doesn't take away the fear.
Jackie is expected to heal from a brain bleed and eye injury. Her 2 daughters also have severe stab wounds. And there's the unseen wounds of trauma.
You hear random things that happen to people, and everybody thinks it's not going to be you. And we know it can be us now. And I think that's always going to be in the back of our mind.
And incredibly, Jackie's kids did go back to school today. The family's now in the process of looking for a new home. They've created a GoFundMe to help with those moving expenses. You can find that on our website, 12news.com. Reporting in studio, Maria Stobbs, 12 News.
I'm just speechless to see her in that condition and she's so brave to talk about this.
She is. She wanted to share that story about how they all jumped in to help each other and survived this terrible attack.
And so her injuries, obviously fairly severe. How long is it going to take her to recover? She has the walker now. Is that because it appeared that she had a long slice even down the side of her face?
Yeah, the big things were just the stab wounds all over her legs and that brain bleed and the eye injury. But doctors say over time that those things will heal.
And again, all of this, they had no idea who this person was. He just showed up randomly at their door and started this attack.
It was a complete stranger the whole time. They're thinking, who is this man? She even tried to ask him, who are you? And he wouldn't respond.
Wow. He just broke in the house.
Somehow entered through an unlocked door. But yeah, that's how he got in, according to police.
Wow. Well, thank goodness they are recovering. That's great news to hear that the daughters are at least back at school. Maria, thank you.
Thank you, Maria.
Yo, man, you up? Damn. Damn, yeah. They need to hang that guy. She looked pretty tore up. Damn. What's going on?
I was thinking about something heavily. I was thinking about something deep, heavy. That was
An alleged crime that is, quite frankly, very shocking. A 19-year-old free on a PR bond. Basically, that's what public safety advocates call a get-out-of-jail-free card. Well, he is now accused of raping a 67-year-old woman just weeks after being found mentally competent. Here's Fox 26's Randy Wallace.
Don't mess with Texas, man. We don't play that down here in Texas. Yeah, right.
An alleged crime that is, quite frankly, very shocking. A 19-year-old free on a PR bond. Basically, that's what public safety advocates call a get-out-of-jail-free card. Well, he is now accused of raping a 67-year-old woman just weeks after being found mentally competent. Here's Fox 26's Randy Wallace with the latest in his ongoing series.
June 15th, 2023, Elijah McEwen is...
Look at that nigga, man. Yeah. That nigga, man.
June 15th, 2023, Elijah McEwen is charged with felony assault.
He actually bit a police officer.
McEwen spends months free from jail on a PR bond until he's declared incompetent. How long was he out, Russell?
He was there for about 7 months, and then doctors deemed him deemed him competent to stand trials.
August 1st, 2024. Following his release from the state hospital, a judge orders McEwen to live at this halfway house just south of downtown. The man in charge told me McEwen was not a good fit and needed more stringent care. McEwen ends up at this Westside group home, Creekview Adult Healthcare Services. About a month after moving in, police say McEwen attacked another resident, a 67-year-old woman. The defendant ripped off her large adult diapers and proceeded to pin her down on the bed.
Yeah, but first when he breaks into her room, he knowingly locks the door. So he knows what he's doing. And I heard her say, "Help me, mama, help me, mama."
That's really a disturbing thing there.
Yeah, when I saw that, I just went, man, that's just really sad. And it's just really horrific to imagine what she must have been going through at that very time.
McEwen is now in a mental facility in North Texas. He's the third defendant we've...
I ain't gonna lie, though. He do look kind of crazy, though.
Hell yeah. Yeah. And they used to be like, "Oh, a black man never did that." You know what I mean? Like, it's just a new phenomenon.
Yeah. Blacks, man, Jesus Christ. Oh, my
1800s, his ass would have been hung on a tree, you know?
I'm telling you, man.
When I got the dogs out.
Investigators say this couple robbed stores at gunpoint along Interstate 75 and then bragged about it on Instagram. The couple allegedly hit up 6 gas stations on the Gulf Coast, including 7-Elevens in Venice and Northport.
And then went on Instagram and bragged about it.
Of course, man. You got to get that clout, man.
Gulf Coast News reporter Jackie Gunther is here with how their social media posts got them busted.
These are photos from some of the robberies. You can see the suspect in.
She all right, huh?
Yeah.
She got a nice little
curves. Got some breasts.
Yeah, she. We gotta get her to a bigger city, man. Get her to Miami or something, man. I'm on Miami channels. Pick her up, man. This voluptuous glider queen. Pick her up, man.
All black with masks covering their face. That was not the case on Instagram, though, where police say they had no problem showing off their faces and their money.
It's pretty crazy. You don't expect people to just go on a spree like that. And, that's not daily, normal people think. So for someone to do that, it's pretty crazy.
21-year-olds Javion Ward and Talia Williams were arrested following a week-long crime spree at different gas stations along I-75, starting all the way up at Lake Penasofsky on September 16th and ending in Northport. They robbed a total of 6 gas stations.
Doesn't make any sense. Sooner or later, these kids got to grow up, and I wish they grow up the easy way, but they want to grow up the hard way. Play with guns. It only means jail.
Police arrested Williams at her Fort Myers home on Saturday after the couple posted a video showing what police say was some of the money they stole. She confessed to being the primary planner and that she was the sole driver, and her partner in crime, Javion, was the one entering the gas stations.
Crazy people, Bonnie and Clyde stupidness.
Williams is expected in court on Thursday. Prosecutors.
Jesus Christ, man. They're in a whole lot of trouble, man. They're in a whole lot of trouble.
You think they care? I don't think they care.
Yeah, I think they care. I think they care.
Maybe after they get locked up.
No, she snitched. She ratted. I think she cared. Yeah, she ratted. She they wouldn't have cared. They wouldn't have snitched. She wouldn't have snitched. She'd have held it. She'd have held it down. She ratted on his ass. She trying to get out of that shit. She trying to beat that shit. No, baby, you in it. Damn. So much crime. Yeah.
In Pembroke Pines, a domestic dispute turning violent when a disgruntled ex-husband allegedly opens fire.
That's what I meant. I was trying to think about earlier what the hell I meant to show y'all, and then it just hit me. This Charleston White interview.
He criminal record. Well, the mental health strips me of my guns. I had to take no medication. And people that are talking to you saying, yeah. But the real you say, man, I'm on this medicine. Hey, man, no, this ain't for a judge. Other than this internet character. After 7 days, oh, okay, we can release him. I never seen a judge. So the medical record says that I was deemed homicidal and suicidal by ideation and preparation. Homicidal and suicidal by ideation and preparation. So every time I get pulled over by law enforcement, they say I want to be killed by a cop. They draw down on me. I never have a regular because I'm deemed as a better and I got a lot of guns.
So that's on your record?
That's on my medical record.
Wow.
So can't no regular police deal with me regularly. When my name is red. They
got a call for back.
Yeah, because they say I'm homicidal. But this is where they fucked up at. With marijuana psychosis, there's no such thing. There's no such thing as marijuana psychosis. So that's how I can still go purchase guns, because it's bullshit.
I was about to ask you about the guns.
It's bullshit. There's no such thing. Yeah, I'm homicidal and suicidal. At the time, I was ready to die. When I realized I was in jail on the first day, you couldn't have made me believe it wasn't going to be a bunch of black people out there when I wake up. Let him go. Let him go. I would go look out the window or lean on me and see a bunch of, let him go. Let him. Boy, when I was sitting by that window looking out and wasn't nobody there. Say, boy, that second day, I just knew they finna bust through the walls to come get me. When did nobody die? What nothing. The old words came to my mind. He said, ain't nobody getting in the car with you and you fight police. You go downtown and talk bad to white people. What? Don't know do that. Dr. King didn't talk to white folks like you. Malcolm didn't talk to white folks bad. So this is what made me turn to the news. Because they ain't got no mental asylum to erase me in. That's what made me so you gang banging. Why you don't say nothing to white folks? Because white folks will do this to me. You ain't gonna do nothing. So nigga, why would I make white folks mad unless they make me mad? I don't bother white folk about no problems. I ain't fucking with white folk because they done something. I'm fucking with white folk because I fuck with everybody. How y'all gonna tell me what I can't say? It was fun and dandy when I talked about the George Floyd and his daughter. It was fun and dandy when they had the Uvalde school shooting. I made mockery of the Uvalde Mexican babies getting killed. It was funny when I made the Houston news talking about raping Asian babies. It was funny when I was talking about the Jews and Aiden Ross' sister. It was, now it's on y'all. And y'all used to love me, set my tickets, but now it's on y'all.
So my thing is comparing, being mad that white people are upset. He's upset that white people kind of like, are mad with him right now. Let's not say white people, conservatives, Charlie Kirk supporters. He's mad that Charlie Kirk supporters are upset with him because he said some foul shit about Charlie Kirk the day he died, right? Like, just celebrating Charlie Kirk's death, right? So he's upset about that. And now he's like, now he's going at white people, right? But are you going at white people or are you going at Charlie Kirk supporters? Because here's the thing. White people are not a monolith. Niggas think white people are a monolith like them. You know what I mean? Like, what the blue hair liberal? Are you talking about, the septum nose ring, the motherfucking liberals? What are you talking about, white people?
Yeah, nah. They think all white people are the same. So if one white person says something racist, they all racist. One white person is against you, they all against you. That's it.
But it's crazy that he be mocking people's death like that. That is crazy though. That is a little like he has to be crazy, like making fun of the Uvalde kids.
Yeah, that's wild.
He's the nutcase. Yeah, this guy's a nutcase, but he's very smart. But he's a nutcase. He's a smart nut.
You think he's doing it for attention?
You think what?
He did it for attention?
Of course he does it for attention. Because like it becomes about him. Like that's the way to inject yourself into the story. So whatever story happens, you inject yourself into it. But you know what I mean? And you get in the algorithm and you become more popular and shit. Like, yeah, definitely.
I'm with white folk because I with everybody. How y'all gonna tell me what I can't say? It was fun and dandy when I talked about the George Floyd and his daughter.
See, I don't know how it wasn't dandy to liberals. Liberals was pissed off with you when you said that. Like, see, that's what I'm saying. That's why niggas think two-dimensionally. Press one. Niggas aren't three-dimensional thinkers. Like, white liberals were not happy when you talked about George Floyd. When you know what I'm saying? When you celebrated George Floyd. And that's half of white people. And then the Charlie Kirk crowd, they religious. They don't even know what the fuck they ain't checking for you what you said about George Floyd. And they don't, and they not even on it like that. They not even on like talking about George Floyd like that. You know what I mean? Wow, George Floyd died. Happy celebrating George Floyd's death. You think Charlie Kirk supporters are like, yo, this is great. Somebody just celebrated George Floyd. I don't think so. I think they don't care. Like they just probably not even aware that you did that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like he's talking about white people as if they're just one. Because you know why he's doing that? Because he's projecting. Because niggas are a monolith. Niggas are a monolith. Yep. They all have the pretty much same views on everything. Pretty much. You know what I'm saying? If you're not on YouTube, in the real world, in life, like you meet a black person at Walmart or black cab driver, Bob, when you meet black people in life, because a lot of people forget, a lot of people think YouTube is real life. YouTube is not real life. YouTube is not real. You don't meet niggas like this. You don't meet niggas like this at weddings or at fucking, you know what I'm saying, a festival or so, you know what I'm saying, or at the job site. You don't meet niggas like this. You never meet niggas like this, ever.
Yeah, I'm the only one that thinks like that. My family, everybody else is liberal.
Yeah, me too.
Probably with you too, yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely, without a doubt. I'm the only one in like my wife's family or my family. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. You be getting in
It was fun
eating
and dandy
conversations
when it
with
happened.
them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. But I stay away from it. But when it does come up, yeah, man, they always get emotional. I never get emotional. They
Same with me. Yep.
emotional. They always like then they cut you off. They never let you finish something.
Start bringing up old shit.
Yeah, it's the same shit. You know, they got one playbook. They got a playbook. They do. They're all like those type people. Liberals are like it's no surprise that they're liberals because those type people very effeminate. Like, and when I say very effeminate, I'm not talking about like they won't kill you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm just saying like they just
They get
argue.
emotional. Yeah, they get
Yeah,
emotional.
yeah,
And
yeah.
even if some of the things that they don't agree with, they're still gonna back them up. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of like your homeboy. He's cheating on his girl, and he's in front of a crowd. He's still your boy, so you're still gonna defend him. But when you talk to him one on one, you're like, "Yo, man, you know you're doing some foul shit to that
Yeah,
girl." Man.
exactly.
I got your back. I got your back, though.
Exactly. Exactly.
They just
Salute the go ahead.
now I was just say, yeah, they just support nonsense. They pick and choose what items they like, and then ignore the rest.
Yep. Exactly. That's exactly what they do. Shout out to Manos, man. He says $5 challenge, pass it on. Yeah, pass the challenge on. Pass the $5 challenge on. Let's see how many people we can get to take the $5 challenge. You ain't gonna get this nowhere else, man. We gonna analyze this dude, man. And listen, you know I like Charleston White, man. I liked a lot of what he's saying, but I saw a snippet of this and I was like, well, I don't know, man. I don't know about this one. I don't know about this one. I don't know about this one.
At the Uvalde school shooting, I made mockery of the Uvalde Mexican babies getting killed. It was funny when I made the Houston news talking about raping Asian babies. It was funny when I was talking about the Jews and Aiden Ross' sister. Now it's on y'all. And y'all used to love me, set my tickets, but now it's on y'all. I told y'all I don't like nobody. I like white pussy. I don't like white people. I like Chick-fil-A. I like the Constitution. White folks just happen to be in the way of that. But I don't like nothing and nobody to say I won't talk about them if something happens. It's what I get paid for. It's called satire comedy.
When Charlie Kirk died, I looked up your name on Twitter, and a lot of people said that you were the Charlie Kirk for Black people.
There's no such thing as a Charlie Kirk for Black people. No. Let me tell you why. Because I'm a Black man that stopped looking at white people's problems and started looking at my people's problems. Charlie Kirk didn't look at his people's problem. He stayed looking at Black people's problem as if we're the problem.
See, this is another thing, right? Charlie Kirk would go around the country 300 days a year, 3-4 hours a day talking to students. And, like blacks will come up occasionally, you know what I mean? But that's the only clips you're seeing now. Like all the clips you're seeing since he died were what he said about Black people. So people like Charleston and just regular Black people think that all he ever talked about was Black people. When if you watch his like longer stuff, it's really not talking about Black people a lot. It's just like one student will ask him about the economy, another student will ask him about China trade tariffs, another student ask him about, the border. Then another student then like 20 students to come on. Then one student will say, "Hey, what about niggas?" And he'll be like, "Okay, well, blah, blah, blah." And because the Democrats are very good at this, the liberals are good at their messaging. As soon as Charlie Kirk got killed, they flooded the internet with him talking about niggas. They flooded the internet with everything he said about niggas and trans people. And it make you think he just going around to these schools talking about that shit. He talking about whatever that student comes up and asks him about. He's sitting there and he got a microphone and he got a microphone in the crowd and he said, just come up and what do you want to talk about? This notion that he's going around just talking about niggas is crazy, right? Isn't that insane?
Yeah, you know, black folks got main character syndrome. All you
Yeah,
need to say is one thing, and it's about us.
yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy that they think that like that he just was like, first of all, you wouldn't be able to do that. You wouldn't be able to do that. You wouldn't be able to go around the schools and just
Oh
be
yeah,
talking about niggas all day.
I
And then
know.
second of all, like, okay, what if 30 kids would have came up and asked him about different shit? You know what I'm saying? Fucking Venezuela, motherfucking goddamn you know, the taxes and shit. Yeah, just all different shit. And then a student come up and say, yay, what about niggas? And he was like, what about this nigga issue? Charlie was like, sorry, I don't want to talk about niggas because it gets too messy, and you know what I'm saying. Like if you talk about niggas, you could, you know what I'm saying. It just doesn't turn out good. Guess what they would call him? Guess what they would call him if he balked, if he passed on any time a student came up and asked him about niggas? Guess what they would call him? He was like, you know what, I'm gonna pass on that one.
Racist.
You racist. You don't want to talk about niggas. You don't want to talk about nigga issues.
Our issues aren't important to you or something? Are we not American?
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they'd be on their best.
Yeah, but they try to act like he just comes. Hey, I'm Charlie Kirk and I'm here to talk about niggas. Nah, man. He talk about whatever the student asked him about. And some students ask about nigga issues. And he goes into depth about it. His thoughts about it. Salute to Gouch Malone, man. Challenge met at Manos. Yeah, man. That's 2 down. That's 2 with taking the challenge. Shout out to Gouch Malone. Always taking the challenge. Salute. Now Jimmy Stewart says $4.99 challenge accepted, Ted. That's what's up, man. That's 3 down. Salute, man. Salute, man. Not Jimmy Stewart.
We're not the problem. We don't have an impact on foreign and free trade that allow all these immigrants into the white man's country. We didn't bring them over here. We didn't bring the drugs.
Well, here's the thing. He's right and he's wrong about that because in 2017 and then when mass immigration, you know, started becoming people protest, a lot of niggas be protesting for that stuff. Niggas just got against it 5 minutes ago. This is another thing about like the news cycles. Like we prisoners of the moment. Until about 2 years ago, niggas was 100% for immigration. Press 1 because it was brown. You know what I'm saying? It was a Democrat in office. It was black and brown. It was pissing white people off. Remember? It was pissing white people off.
Yep.
So niggas was for it until they realized, wait a second, where these fucking Mexicans gonna go? Where they gonna put these Mexicans at? Right in your neighborhood, you fucking spook fucking moon cricket nigger, you. Right in your neighborhood. And then that's when niggas like, oh shit, damn. We wanted to piss white people off. We so busy trying to support some shit that pissing white people, not white people, pissing off conservatives. We so busy supporting some shit pissing off conservatives that we forgot to ask where they gonna put these fucking Mexicans at.
Yeah, man. You know, sons don't think long term. Sons don't think long term. They didn't think about the resources. Now they got to share the jobs because they're not bilingual. So ain't nobody gonna hire.
They just knew conservatives. Trump was against it. Trump said build the wall, and niggas is like, no, that's racist. That's racist. And 2 minutes ago, literally, and if you take the history of the world, niggas been against immigration for 30 seconds. In the whole history of the world. Literally.
Oh yeah, I get on my family about that. They be like, "Oh well, I didn't support that." Meanwhile, they
Yes, the
voted.
fuck you did. Yes, you did.
They
You
voted
supported
Democrat.
it for years.
Yeah, they knew
And
all
once
the
you
issues.
realize, oh, these people need somewhere to go. That's when you was like, oh shit.
Yep. They're looking for a job. Somebody undercut the pay.
Yep.
Oh man, I used to get
Niggas,
15 an hour. Now they offering 8. You know.
exactly. Niggas love supporting things that they think gonna piss off conservative Republicans. Press 1. They love it. The only problem is that means you're supporting liberal policies. Like niggas thought that the trans shit. Yeah, man, it's trans shit. And you say you homophobic, man. We could call white people. We could get to another name. We could call white people. What's transphobic? Yeah. Yo, you white man, you transphobic, man. Republican, you transphobic. And then niggas realize, oh shit, wait a second. Wait a second. You fucking mean these fucking sheesh. Now I gotta call this motherfucker they and them and all this bullshit and faggots everywhere and shit. Oh shit. You know niggas homophobic as hell.
Yeah.
Niggas is the worst homophobic. And then they fucking realize, wait a second, oh shit, this is gonna make everybody so this is gonna make more it's gonna be more faggots. Y'all basically supported an issue that made more faggots. Cause it's like, what did it go from? Like what? In like when we was kids, like 2% of people identified as gay. Now it's like what, like 20, like some shit like that, some crazy shit.
Yeah, of the
Just
younger generation. Yeah, I think
yeah,
it's.
trying to piss off white folk. Salute to MW, man. MW says, did you show the video from TSU of the Suns running those gliders off their campus? Nah. TSU with that Texas Southern? Nah, I gotta see that. I'm gonna look that up now. But go ahead. What's up? What's up, Osa? What's cracking, man? I think you're
Yo,
muted.
hey, can you hear me?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. What's up, fellas? Nah, man. Yeah, man. Charleston White. Yeah, man. Projected. Yeah, he's a smart dude. He be knowing better. He really be manipulating the algorithm. He's good at that. He's really, really good at that.
I think that though what he's saying here, I think this is just a bad.
Bad
Everybody
take.
has a bad day. Yeah. Especially when
Yeah,
you, you know what I'm saying, when you talking like, especially when you, especially he's talking to niggas too. Like, so it's like when you talking to niggas, like you don't have to be sharp. So it's like you don't always bring your A game because you don't have to be
yeah.
sharp. You
You
don't have
don't
to
need it.
do anything. Yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta
Ain't it
tap into
dope?
the right emotion. I seen
So the CIA have never.
I
Go
seen
ahead.
this one Charlie Kirk video where he was arguing with his son's sister on campus, and yo, he just started praying for her, and I was like,
Yeah.
damn, like out of all the arguments I've been in with some women, not once have I felt to pray for her right then and there. I was like, he a better man than me.
Oh,
Yeah,
he was
and
definitely
I
a better
love
man than me.
and I love some women. You know what I'm saying? It's like I ain't never thought to pray, but it's like, where
There
did they get?
ain't a nigga that I've seen that got the character of Charlie Kirk as
Right,
far as a public figure. A public
right.
figure. None of them have his character is better than every nigga that we see, politician or pundit or political person. Like none of them could touch him character wise. Which
Nah,
is, you know what I'm saying? Like even what even come close, like even like somebody like Mark Lamont Hill, right?
right.
He don't have, maybe he could talk like Charlie Kirk, but he don't have the character. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He still could be too disingenuous to whereas that throws
Yeah,
off his
exactly,
character.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly,
he's willing to say men could get pregnant. So he's out.
exactly.
Yeah,
My point exactly.
yeah.
The CIA and FBI have never targeted no group of people like they have targeted black people. And even J. Edgar Hoover said there would never be
the mob, the CIA, the FBI, everybody targeted the mob. They wiped the mob. The mob is making a bit of a comeback, but for like 20, 30 years, the mob was a non-factor in the streets. You know what I mean?
And now that
There's the
Whitey,
Rico.
was that Whitey Bulger? That
No,
Whitey dude.
Giuliani. Mayor Giuliani of he was a lawyer at this time though. He wiped out the New York mob with the RICO Act. The RICO Act was made for the mob.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because the mob, they could never really get them because they kind of like a secretive organization. So they created the RICO Act to like, you know, racketeering and all this shit and what do you call it? Forgot the other term they used to get them. But yeah. So yeah, this is not true. Now, if you want to say the blacks were targeted because of slavery, like yeah, I guess slavery targeted you because you was the dominant slave force in America. But since then, like I don't agree with that.
Black Messiah.
I think
so they go kill all our black Messiah.
yeah, like a lot of some people use that COINTELPRO era. You know what I'm saying? Like with against the black liberation groups in like the 60s and 70s. They use that as the basis to say that, I think.
Well, yeah, they were being targeted, but those groups were killing cops. Like you understand, like
Yeah, I know.
the Panthers and those other groups, they was running up murdering cops in cold blood.
Yeah, shootouts.
All
Yeah,
those people they say, oh, free this one, or they were murdered. No, they were just murdering cops. They would just get pulled over, the cop come up and they would kill them. Like it's tons of stories. They were hardcore. I'll give them that. They were hardcore. But you can't kill cops, man. Anybody will tell you that.
right.
I mean, like,
Right. They coming for you.
Yeah.
They're coming for you when you do that.
Don't kill cops, man. Fuck
Yeah.
that. You know, even the hardest nigga in the street, you kill a cop and you run to his house. You be like, what? You just killed a cop?
Yeah.
You better find something else to
Hell
have
nah.
on.
Right. Right.
Shamil Reader says, challenge. Got you, Ox. Stay blessed. Shout out to Shamil. Shamil making a meal.
Science. So my problem with people saying Kirk is like me, he ain't stood up to the white supremacists. He ain't stood up to the skinheads.
Yes, he has. Like he speaks against racists all the time. He spoke against racists all the time, but like he spoke against racists all. This is the thing about when you only see the clips, right? So Charleston White, he probably like my mom, a lot of people. I told you when my mom, you saw the show earlier. I told you my mom said earlier.
Yeah. Yep.
These people are just people that go to work. They watch them. They might see us. Hey, girl, check out this. You remember that man who died? Yeah, check out this clip of him talking shit about Michelle Obama. And it's like, oh my God. And there's an edited clip. Like, oh, he said, what? Oh, fuck that dude. He just, you know what I'm saying? And that's all you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, then next, you know what I'm saying? Then you go get your hair done, and then you fucking read a magazine, and you offer some other shit. Then when somebody asks you about it, oh yeah, what about Charlie Kirk? Oh yeah, that dude who said that shit about, you know what I'm saying? These people ain't invested in it like a YouTuber is invested in the story.
Right.
Or somebody on YouTube, somebody that follows a channel that you know what I mean? These people in real life, they catch some shit here, they catch some shit there. It's like me, like with NBA Youngboy. I can't name you one NBA Youngboy song, but apparently he's like the biggest rapper out there. I can't name you one song.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So right, I wouldn't there. I couldn't either. And so if something went down, I couldn't really say a whole lot. I'd just be like, all right.
Yeah, like I don't like it's just the whole Charlie Kirk. He's talking about what he say? He said Charlie Kirk never talked about race. How the fuck do you know? Did you watch any of his? Did you watch any other clips besides the ones that the white liberals been posting on Twitter and the niggas been sharing?
or better yet, did you just watch the whole period of that clip, like the whole context of that clip? Did you watch more than the
Right.
minute that they cut?
Yeah.
I was talking to
Word.
I was talking to my son about it, and he don't care. I know he don't care. He don't know nothing about none of that stuff. But you know, he said, yeah, people. He said people are saying Charlie Kirk said black women aren't capable of such and such, and
Brain
I'm just
power.
like,
Brain power. Yeah.
yeah, the brain power, yeah. And I'm like, well, yeah, but did you know that he was only talking about specific black women? He was like, oh, he's like, no, I didn't know that. And I'm telling him because he's in the school of journalism. So I'm like, yo, it's really important that, what I'm saying, you pay attention to the whole thing and do have journalistic integrity, because it's not fair to just cut up something that somebody say and then share it as if like that's their whole MO. And he didn't even talk about black people. I don't even understand why black people even think that. It's strange. Like, it's like
I
none of
wish
them
he
went
would.
to his YouTube.
I wish he would have just said, you know what? I'll pass on that question next. And you know what I mean? And niggas, because niggas gonna call him racist for that, right? But at least that would have been
There'd be
like,
no statement.
yeah. Just leave. You gotta, niggas are messy. Niggas are messy. You know what I'm saying? You kind of gotta like stay away from them and shit.
Right. Yeah. And they'll bait you in, because they'll ask. See, they'll ask about. They use the buzzwords that the libs be using. So they'll say impoverished communities. They'll say crime, and then once
Yeah.
he starts talking about that, he's baited.
Yeah. And then here's the thing, he's genuine, right? And authentic. So he's not gonna tell you what you want to hear.
Right.
And then you're gonna be arguing like a girl. Like, so what you saying? So you saying all black people should die, right? So then it's like, then it's like, no, I'm not saying that all black people should die. Then now they got some shit they can clip up. Die, black people put. You know what I'm saying? It's just. Yeah, man. Shout out to Don Quixote, man. He says, sons really got upset when illegals got their free Thanksgiving turkeys. Yeah, man.
All right, man. All right.
All right, bro.
Negative elements in the detriment of black people. He ain't looked to white people and said, hey, we got a bunch of white kids shooting up schools. Say we got.
See,
They will not let that go.
It's like 4 times a year, like literally 4 times a year, white kids shoot up school. And they always leave a manifesto.
Right.
And they always like had like a long art. FBI's like, he's been on our radar or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it was always a reason that they give, right? Not like that makes it any better, but they'll write down why they did it. Niggas, at least about a couple hundred times a year, have shootings in, around, after, before, the school.
In the school zone. Yeah, in the school zone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. And it's never a reason. It's always just because of something that happened. It's argument. It's instinctual, and it's spur of the moment, or you know what I mean? And niggas, so it's like, yeah, I guess the story about the kid who left the videotape of him talking about why he did it is going to be a bigger story, but also, like, you can't keep up with niggas. Niggas
you
commit
can't
so much
keep up.
crime.
Yeah.
It was just like I remember one time I was like, I don't know if you remember, you followed the channel back then, but I was like, Shaquille O'Neal was going to pay for this girl's funeral in Houston. She got killed. They said it was a red truck, pickup truck that drove by when the car got shot into. So they just assumed it was white people, right? So they was just going the niggas was going with it. And then the police did the investigation. They found 2 niggas, right? So it was 2 niggas in another car. That car just happened to be on the road at the same time, right? So they so it was really 2 niggas. They arrested them and everything. They confessed, right? So Shaquille O'Neal, like, we didn't hear no word from him after that. It was like, oh, I'm gonna pay for a funeral. It was a big deal, you know what I'm saying? And then once they found the niggas, it was just like, did he pay for the funeral? Like, is he still paying for the funeral? Because it was just like he dropped off. Like, he just vanished from the story, right?
Right.
And I was like, yo, Shaquille need to pay for the funeral of this kid because another kid had died like a week later, right? His name was Shaquille.
I
In
think I
Philly.
remember you talking about that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And then I went to the governor more and I typed in Shaquille and I said, God damn. I said, if he gotta pay for every Shaquille that got killed, even Shaq will go broke.
That's a lot of money. Jack got a lot of money.
Yo, it's a lot of Shaquilles.
Right.
It's a lot of Shaquilles, but I mean that was just my point in that when I was like, yo, man, you. I said, man, you paid for that girl funeral, because y'all thought she got killed by a white dude. But what about this real black dude that got killed by some niggas? Look at this shit. Look at all the Shaquille. I'm gonna show you right now, and make sure you take the $5 challenge. Support the channel, guys. Take the $5 to $10 to $20 challenge. Smash that like button too. Share this, man. Look at all these Shaquilles that got killed. Look at all these Shaquilles. This is just Shaquille. Not a very common name. We're not talking about like Jalen or Michael or Jaden. We talking about or Sean. We talking about Shaquille. I don't know anybody named Shaquille. Do you?
Me neither. Nope, never.
You know what I'm saying? This ain't a common name.
Really?
Look at all these Shaquilles that got killed. The last one was April this year.
Dang.
Look at all these Shaquilles that have gotten murdered. Just the name Shaquille. And this is one spelling of it. This is just
right.
Look at that shit. All these Shaquilles that have gotten killed.
Man.
If he had to pay for all these funerals, like think about it, yo, that would just draw too much attention to the nigga activity.
Right. Exactly. People would start to look like, dang, wait a minute, hold up.
This nigga paying for a funeral every week he got a funeral to pay for.
Right.
So I said,
that's like 50. Yeah, it's like 50.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man. Niggas are insane, yo. That is insane. You can't. That's why you don't get into bed with niggas because they messy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He would have did that shit, and then every week he'd have get some baby mother would have been like, my son looked up to you. He was his favorite player when you played for the Washington Bullets. He was
right. He had your jersey when you was a rookie. Your rookie jersey.
Yeah, man. When you played for the 76ers, he had your 76ers jersey.
Say we got a bunch of white kids and they babies. We lead the nation in child pedophilia and molestation of children. Hey, man, we need that Epstein list out. They say the president's name is on that list. He ain't doing that to his people. He was a talking point who spread a lot of misinformation, almost the borderline of lying. The statistic that he was using was false. Black people don't commit 50% of the murders in this country. We commit 50% of black murders, which is a smart.
What? Did he? Come on, man. Nah, man. Nah, not you. Not you, Charleston. What's happening?
God.
Somebody should have asked him who commits the other 50.
You know, he's trying to. I think he's trying to get back some of his black audience.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, because the whites can't. A lot of conservative whites canceled him like they did everybody else who said something bad about Charlie. So he got to run back. It's like Candace Owens. She you know what I'm saying? She running back. You know what I mean? Everybody run back to the niggas. Bill Cosby. Remember Bill Cosby? Pull your pants up. Hey, we found 60 women that said you raped them. Oh shit. Goddamn. Hands up, don't you?
Right. Yikes.
These niggas, yeah, he running back to the black community, man.
All fraction compared to the Mexicans, the whites, the immigrants. So and then, homie,
You got to combine
he
them.
challenging children. I'm challenging adults. President name is on that list. He ain't doing that to his people. He was a talking point who spread a lot of misinformation, almost the borderline of lying. The statistics that he was using was false. Black people don't commit 50% of the murders in this country. We commit 50% of black murders, which is
actually 95% of black murders.
I was about to say, right?
It's actually 60. You know, it's 60 since 2024. 60% of the murders, but
that they have perpetrators.
Exactly. That we like, you can't watch the news even in one city. I don't care if you just watch the news in your city and think that white people is running around just killing each other everywhere at the same rate niggas is. There's no way. You can't even know niggas. Like, say you don't watch the news, just the conversation in the black barbershop be so much different than the conversation in the white barbershop.
Heck yeah.
The conversation with a random nigga that you might be in the same space with and just get to talking to is way different than a random white dude. You ain't never gonna be talking to a white dude and be like, "Where you from?" And be like, "Oh," and they be like, "Oh shit, I heard that joke fucked up over there." "Oh yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you ain't."
My cousin and them used to run that block. And
yeah, yeah, man. I heard a nigga got smoked over there the other day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what happened, but I mean, they said that nigga was hot though. You ain't gonna get into that conversation with no white dude.
No way. It's not never. Oh, you know what you said earlier too. I wasn't watching, but I was listening. I think you went on the crime alerts thing. I don't know. Have you noticed now they have a lot more lookouts for crimes than they used to? Maybe a couple years ago. Before I would go through them and go on Twitter or whatever, and it would be like no lookout, no lookout, no lookout. Now them joints be like black male, black female.
Oh yeah,
You know?
oh yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, they had to stop doing the race shit because George Floyd. They stopped all that shit, and now they bringing it back.
Oh yeah.
With the suspects, with the races of the perpetrator.
Yep.
Salute to this one says 2 white men were attacked by a mob of black students at Tennessee State University on Tuesday. The 2 free speech supporters were there to talk to students at HBCU about DEI. TSU issued a statement afterwards saying the students acted respectful. You be the judge. Well, I mean, like, listen, man. Everything's relative, right? Like that's pretty respectful for some niggas. I mean, they ain't. If niggas don't assault you,
you're good.
I mean,
like if you don't get curb stomped and jumped, I mean, yeah. If you live to see another day, I mean, you made it.
Yeah, this is good. This ain't shit. This ain't shit.
Oh, they threw a drink up top. Oh my gosh, they threw a drink up top. Yeah. Oh, whoa. Did somebody just throw something in our car? Arrest. They just tried to hit the car. They're still hitting the car. Whoa! That was loud.
Listen. It is an element of this that, like, yo, this is like literally going up to the lion's cage and, like, you know what I'm saying, fucking with the gorilla. Yeah, like, you know these niggas is gonna act or you wear Make America. He could have just been like walking through the campus with a
regular
Make
clothes.
America Great hat. That's enough right there. You know?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, this ain't bad. This is a nothing burger. They ain't do nothing to the white boys. Unless there's another video. Now, is there another video? Let me see.
Yeah, like did they get pulled out of their car and get jacked? Like Parfait course.
Easy. Right. It's like that's like a language to them. It's like they talk
It's
with
like
their
Morse
asses.
code.
Yeah, it's
It's
like
Morse code.
it probably is though. Like you know what I'm saying? Like evolutionarily, like they probably like just like it's probably something signals something, and like because of we in a white man society, it's lost. Like it's like a lost language. Like I'm
Yeah.
sure somewhere in
It could,
Africa,
very well
like
could.
you know,
Yeah. 4 claps to signal danger. 3 claps, everything is okay.
yeah, like this shit, it makes no sense. They do this all the time. Like sometimes you'll see a video where somebody said something to a sister, and she'll just turn around and twerk as a response.
Yeah.
It's like pheromones. Maybe they're spreading their pheromones or some shit. It's kind of like when a dog pees on a tree. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of energy. That's what it's giving. I don't know. I ain't gonna beat these people up for that, man. Let's see. Okay, yeah. I don't even want to see what the fuck. Look like they did all right. Look like it was all right. Here go the 2-minute clip. Okay, so maybe there's more that we missed. His heart is definitely pounding. You can see it in his face. His shit is thumping like an African drum. Shit, crazy, man.
Hey, tell him where you going now? Because I ain't can't shoot no more, boy. You gonna fight through that shit, please? Fight through that shit, please. Can't even hear you.
Very safe, very black, and very tired of this.
They did not walk this way. They walked that way. Okay. Because you give me on camera real quick. Hey, what's up, man? Like, oh, press the hell. You feel me? Like, it's a crazy day out here. You guys do. Hold on.
That wasn't too bad. What do you think about that? What do y'all think about that? How would y'all rank that, man? How would y'all rank that, man? What do y'all think about that? Do y'all think that? How would y'all rank that Negro response to these white dudes at wanting to discuss DEI with America, make America great hats on? What do y'all think? What do y'all think about what the niggas did, man? How they responded to it? He said on a scale of 1 to 10, it's like a 2. Yeah, man. Facts, man. Yeah, I agree. A 2. It's a 2 because they were close to them. They were, kind of like, marching them out of there. But no physical contact was made. You know what I mean? It was. Yeah, it was. He said you can't have meaningful conversation with 72 IQ. This is college kids. These are college kids too. That's the crazy part about it. Like, these are college kids. He didn't walk through the projects. They walked through college and got this response. That's the only sad part, is that this is a college. You would have thought like, oh, MAGA's here? Hey, our best and brightest, a bunch of niggas with bow ties and glasses would have been there debating them. You kind of wish that was the thing, you know what I mean? Like, I've got a question. I think DI is perfectly fine because X, Y, Z, blah, 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 blah. And the U.S. Constitution says, da, 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 da. Niggas reacted with like feral animals at a college. Yeah, that's the sad part. You would have liked to see at a college people debate them, but niggas, man. Niggas. But I still think that this is nothing. This is a nothing burger. This ain't no. These white boys can't complain. If these white boys complain about this, they don't need to go to. They need to stay away from this shit. Because if you won't be going to rent black spaces and you can't handle this, you need to stop. He said that was a son debate. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That was definitely just this how sons debate. Exactly. Everyone, all of them talking at the same time, all of them yelling incoherent, non-pertinent shit. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's the son debate. Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, man, that white boy ain't nobody do nothing to that white boy. That white boy can't complain. Stop complaining, white boy. You ain't no victim. Yeah, you ain't no victim, man. That white boy.
Feel it score.
What do you think? How would you rate that?
I missed it. I just got back.
You missed
I
it.
just saw a bunch of sons following him.
All we did was set up a table.
Oh yeah, something happened to us. That's just our son's stuff.
He's fine.
I wonder how many times he got called nigga though. He probably got called nigga. What nigga, get out of here? He probably got called nigga maybe what 300, 400 times.
Bitch ass nigga, get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Isn't this funny? Because this is how they portray it was back in the day. And now look at the roles reversed.
Yeah. And they was doing the same thing back in the day. They was going into the law was segregation, and they was going into segregated places trying to eat. They was doing the same thing that this white man doing. Going in this is a black school, and he going in there talking about MAGA.
Yep. It's funny how it works like that, man.
Dabashank says, the first says, Mexicans can outwork and outbreed sons for half the price. Yeah. The motherfucker, I don't know what it is with them though, but it's like, yo, whether their sperm or the woman's vaginal canal is shorter, I don't know what it is, but man, they can pop out some babies, man. They can, maybe because they smaller. You know, and I never thought about that. Like, think about it. They're smaller. So it's kind of like animals. You know how animals have litters and shit? They because they're smaller. They can, it's maybe bigger people have less babies.
No, I thought sons in Africa have a lot of babies.
No, the African population is nowhere near India or Asia.
Oh yeah,
Nowhere near. And then that's the whole continent. That's the Arabs and everything. They don't even got 1 billion on the Africa. India got like 3 billion. China got some of that, and then nobody knows how many motherfuckers on burritos it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit. Salute to Roger Wood. He says, did we ever discuss Rajon Belt and Aurora? Ooh, Rajon Belt? Who the fuck is that? I don't know who that is. Rajon
Belt. What's that?
That's what it looked like, you say. Rajon Belt? Oh, this guy. Yeah, this son, man, he got himself killed. A young man who witnessed his father being murdered will forever be traumatized. Rajon Belt Stubblefield should still be alive. There were multiple life-preserving techniques available to the officer. The killer cop's name has not been released yet. Okay, so let's see. I saw it, but I think I saw it from a different angle.
Get that shit. Get that shit. Yeah, chill. No. Get that shit. No, Dad, chill. Get that shit. Officer, chill. Yeah. Get that.
So he's walking his arm. He has nothing in his hands, but he's walking towards the officer, and we don't know what precipitated this. We don't know what preceded this. He's just getting this right here.
That shit. Get on the ground. Get that shit. Get on the ground. Yeah. Sorry. You ready for this? You ready for this? Get on the ground.
Nah, this is a fascist country, man. You can't do that. We Nazis, man. It's a Nazi, man. What the fuck you ended up on a fascist Nazi for like this for? Nigga, you knew what the fuck it was. You said it every day. Fascist Nazi killer cops, right? They KKK cops, right? Seriously though, like nigga, you can't have both. There can't be KKK cops and Nazis and running around killing black people, and you squaring up trying to box and shit while he got his gun out.
Yo, in the Sun community, if he beat the cop, whatever he did should go, you know?
Yeah.
He won. So
You ready for this? You ready for this, huh? You ready for this, huh? Get on the ground. You ready for this?
shit.
Damn. Shit.
Oh,
mean, hey man, fuck it, nigga. Y'all need they racist KKK cops. You must have wanted to die.
I'd have my gun out like that too. I'm not trying to fight every time I got to deal with that shit.
Yeah, I mean, this is technically like this don't look good though. This ain't a good kill because it's empty-handed. But it's like, yo, like how much do people got to put up with out of your ass? What are you supposed to do? Let you hit him on the chin? What if you hit him on the chin and knock him out? Now, as crazy as you are, he's knocked out, and you got access to his gun. As crazy as your ass is.
So his cop card. and then you crash into somebody. Now the police getting sued. You know.
Yeah, like all it takes sometimes is one punch to knock somebody out.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Shots fired. 245 shots fired. Give me some cars.
The niggas is mad. So it says Aurora Police Department has attacked and killed another unarmed black man. They attacked him. Oh, this nigga got gold teeth and shit. Oh shit. Hey man. Okay, now you walking him into the street. So now you got him in danger. He could possibly get hit by a car.
He pulled the gun out. He's coming towards me. If you take it from him, now he's in danger. It's not worth it. I got the gun on you. Don't move. I got to use it. Ain't that what they say? If you pull it out, you better use it.
Right.
Say his name. Say his name.
Nobody would have gave a fuck about this nigga if he didn't get killed by a cop.
Posture. After much conversation, it appears that a gun was seen by the officer on the ground, and the suspect appeared to be walking towards that weapon.
Okay.
He was a good dad.
That's how Zion
He was a good dad. Yo, his son is right there with him. That's what he showed his son. He was showing his son that. He might have been a good dad in other respects, but goddamn.
Murphy Belt says he will always remember his dad, Rajan. Murphy Belt joined friends and family to mourn the loss. He says he will miss all of the father-son moments.
Talking about sports, all that.
As candles were lit, tears were shed, and hugs given all around. Murphy Belt thankful that Aurora showed up.
It feels good, you know, all the support, you know. Yeah.
Well, it's only because he got killed. But if a nigga had killed him, it would be some support, I guess. He looked like a hood booger, so it might be some support. But it wouldn't be all this if he got killed by a cop. These niggas only here because he got killed by a cop.
You know, all the family out.
And he hopes this isn't the end of the community's support, calling for accountability in the shooting and wanting to know more about why his dad is gone.
My dad was a good person. You know, the way he died was like not cool. You know, we want justice for sure.
Jesus Christ. Holy shit.
Sad.
Oh, this is sad, man. Niggas is sad.
Oh.
Jesus Christ. Is this a longer version? Okay, here we go.
A man. That shooting happened late last month near East 6th Avenue and Billings.
Now, Rajan Belt Stubblefield's family wants justice, and a nationally recognized civil rights attorney is now representing his family. Your reporter in Aurora, Michael Abeda, is live tonight in Aurora. And Michael, the family talked to reporters earlier today.
Yeah, that's right. You know, since the shooting happened, there have been videos circulating online that showed part of the interaction between Rajon Belt Stubblefield and that unknown officer. But now Aurora police have released several videos that show the incident from start to finish.
He was a beautiful person and he loved everyone.
Rajon Belt Stubblefield's widow was in tears.
Why I'd always be like, yo, he was a beautiful person and he loved everyone. And then I'd love to see this nigga's arrest record. Nigga got like 5 assaults, attempted murder, did time and shit, domestic violence. These niggas. That's the same thing George Floyd, baby mother was saying. He's just a wonderful person. He would want everybody. He wouldn't want anybody. He was all about peace. Nigga just got out of jail for fucking robbery. What the fuck? Robbery is not peace. That's not peaceful when you put a gun in somebody and tell them to give you this shit. That's not peace.
I was supposed to move in with him the day after everything happened.
His son Zion nearly at a loss for words.
No, Dad, chill. Get that. Officer, chill.
Because he saw his father shot and killed before his very eyes. Newly released body-worn camera video shows the August 30th incident, when police say Stubblefield tried to run from police and crashed his car.
Stand there, give me your hands.
So he ran from police and crashed his car.
So the adrenaline's already up with the guy.
So this is not just like, let's cruise around and what do you want to do today? I want to kill a nigger. All right, let's go find us a nigger kill. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how niggas be acting.
Yep.
You see an unknown officer pull out his gun and
Oh
point it at
man,
Stubblefield
look. Oh shit, he could have got shot right there, Joe. Yo, he could have got shot right here.
Give me your hands. Show me your hands.
Look at this.
Unknown officer pull
I
out
hope
his
the
gun.
airbag deployed. His
Yeah,
head
airbag deployed. Yeah,
yeah.
nigga, you can still get your hands up. You can still show me your hands, nigga.
And pointed at Stubblefield in his wrecked vehicle.
Don't shoot me.
Stubblefield eventually exits his vehicle with one hand tucked behind his back.
Oh hell no! Hell no!
Yo,
Man, if that was a black cop, he probably been with a shadow.
holy shit! Holy shit!
Officers say he was concealing a gun.
Oh
That's the gun. So that's the gun that was in the grass. They said it was a gun in the grass, and he was walking. That's probably why the cop hit him. Because remember, he turned around and the cop hit him in the back.
Yeah.
I was wondering why the cop did that because I was like, "Oh, he leaving," but the cop probably thought he was walking towards the gun.
They wrestle a bit, then Stubblefield is seen with nothing in his hands. As Stubblefield advanced towards the officer, he's heard yelling for his son to get something and points to the ground. The officer hit him on the side of the head.
Oh, he's telling his son to go point the gun. He's a great dad. Hey, son, go grab that gun off the ground while this officer's got his foot pointed. He's a hell of a father, man. Press one. Damn, these niggas be fathers in the home will cure all. Fathers in the home will fix every ill in the black community.
God damn! You running from the cops with his son in the car?
Crashed.
When he
Killed his son. Could have killed his son or injured his son in the crash.
God.
Could getting out with his hand behind his back, cop could have lit his ass up. His son could have got hit too.
Yep.
His son in the passenger seat.
Stubblefield eventually exits his vehicle with one hand tucked behind his back. Officers say he was concealing a gun. They wrestle a bit, then Stubblefield is seen with nothing in his hands. As Stubblefield advanced towards the officer, he's heard yelling for his son to get something and points to the ground. The officer hit him on the side of the head, but Stubblefield does not retreat. He's then shot twice in the chest and once in the head.
There is no justification.
Flanked by attorneys, including national civil rights lawyer Ben Crump, Stubblefield's family says they think the officer acted criminally. They say not only did the officer escalate the situation by striking Stubblefield.
Oh, it's another man too. Okay, so that's even makes it work because this dude, if he gets the gun, you know what I mean. So it's not only is his son over here, but this is another guy that's walking up. This guy didn't help the situation because if there's a gun on the ground right there that the cop is obviously worried about, right? The cop's definitely worried about that gun on the ground. He want to make sure that nobody pick that up, especially the way this nigga's acting. Like, it's not like this nigga's acting normal. It's not out of the realm of possibilities for this cop to think that this nigga would pick that gun up and fire it at him.
Yeah, if you run in, you crash, and you still not getting on the ground, yeah.
Stubblefield when his back was turned,
Still sucker
but he could have
punching.
used less than lethal force
I think he caught him when he wasn't looking, right?
and didn't need to shoot an already wounded Stubblefield in the head.
It was so unnecessary to execute him with that headshot.
Aurora police say the officer feared for his life because Stubblefield exited the vehicle with a gun and kept telling his son to pick it up. Stubblefield's family says now that they've seen the video, they're convinced the officer murdered their loved one.
That transparency will mean the naming of the officer and a release of his entire internal affairs file, and every time he has used force and every review of that use of force, because we understand that this was a problematic officer.
Yeah, but even if this is a problematic officer, this is insane. So basically what they're saying is that, like, this is why you need Black Columbo on the scene, right? This is why you need Black Columbo, man. Everybody put BC in the chat, man. Okay, so this guy's a problem. We're saying that this guy's a problematic officer. He has other incidents on his case docket as far as being complaints about his policing. And this is one, okay? This is another one, right? This incident right here. Okay, so if this is the type of shit you can get a complaint over, you just basically fucking help the police. Because if this is something that you can get prior to the shooting, right? Let's say prior to the shooting. If this is something an officer can get a complaint against him over, you've nullified every previous complaint. Press 1. Because you're saying he's got a bunch of complaints, and this is another one, and this is the worst. This is just another one of many complaints. Well, motherfucker, look at the fucking tape. If this is what you get complained about over, I'm with the cop. I question all those previous complaints.
Yeah.
I question all of those previous complaints. If this is just another complaint. We're complaining about this officer's policing. Well, God damn it. He might have been right in the right in the other ones. Press 1. He might have been in the right in the other ones, because y'all saying he's in the wrong right here. Y'all are saying this cop is he's dead wrong right here. And he has other complaints too. And we want to hear about all of them. Yo, this guy might be the fucking one of the best cops in the fucking country. And he just got to deal with niggas. Because if this is a complaint, this cop he might have been right in every, even if he got 10 complaints against him, each one of them it may be a way to where I could see his side of the story at least. Because y'all saying that this is poor policing. He was dead wrong in this situation. You got 2 people advancing towards the gun on the ground. We don't even know if the other nigga was in the car. They won't tell us who this nigga was. This nigga in the car too? So, like, let's just say this nigga was in the car too. You got 2 people in the car advancing towards the gun. This crazy nigga is trying to box. He's backing me up into the street where cars are at. There's a gun on the ground over here. He's telling them to pick it up. They're not retreating. They're walking towards the gun. It's a lot of shit on this cop's mind in real time too. Like I'm looking at this shit from different angles. I'm in my living room, you know what I'm saying? Temperature controlled environment, you know what I'm saying? I'm freeze framing it. The cop had to deal with this shit in real time.
Yeah, okay. If that was just a random person and he saw that confrontation, he would have been like, "Oh shit!" Did a U-turn? I'd have been like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah,
I don't want to get shot by the cop.
Yeah. Once that cop would have pulled out that gun, I would not have kept advancing forward. His son and this other guy are continuing to advance forward, not only towards the cop, but towards the gun on the ground that the fucking nigga just told him to pick up.
nothing in his hands. As Stubblefield advanced towards the officer, he's heard yelling for his son to get something and points to the ground. The officer hit him on the side of the head, but Stubblefield does not retreat. He's then shot twice in the chest and once in the head.
There is no justification.
Flanked by attorneys, including national civil rights lawyer Ben Crump, Stubblefield's family says they think the officer acted criminally. They say not only did the officer escalate the situation by striking Stubblefield when his back was turned, but he could have used less than lethal force and didn't need to shoot an already wounded Stubblefield in the head.
It was so unnecessary to execute him with that headshot.
Aurora police say the officer feared for his life because Stubblefield exited the vehicle with a gun and kept telling his son to pick it up. Stubblefield's family says now that they've seen the video, they're convinced the officer murdered their loved one.
That transparency will mean the naming of the officer and a release of his entire internal affairs file, and every time he has used force and every review of that use of force, because we understand that this was a problematic officer for years that they knew about, and they allowed to continue to be out there with a gun in his hand.
He's problematic. This guy's problematic, officer.
Not the guy that was running away from the police.
Now the lawyer.
It looked like that other guy was trying to tell either the cop or the other guy to calm down, but the cop doesn't know that.
For the family.
Yeah.
He just sees a guy.
It's happening in real time, and these is niggas. And if you're a cop, you know niggas. We think we know niggas. Cops know niggas. So he's on red alert. He's on red alert, man.
Fulfilled say for now they will let the attorney general and the district attorney do their job and investigate this officer involved shooting, but they did not rule out the possibility of civil action if they feel that justice hasn't been served in the future. In Aurora, Michael Aveta, covering Colorado First.
All right, Michael, thank you.
Yeah, they know the police department going to settle. The police department.
Oh yeah, because he don't have the gun on him, so.
Yeah, that's
it.
What is this? Holy shit. ICE. This is in PG County.
Ayuda! Hand! Hand your hand! Help me! Help me! Help me! Help me! Help me! It's high! ¡Para recompensa! ¡Ayuda! 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 Help me! Help me! Help me! ¡Ayuda! Help me! Help me! ¡Ayúdame! ¡Ayúdame! Help me!
Ayúdame, help me. Ayúdame, help me. Everybody hit the like button, man. Support the channel. Take the $5 challenge. If you've never taken the $5 challenge, now is the time for you to take the $5 challenge. Support the channel. Never taken the $10 challenge. Take the $10 challenge. Support the channel. If you've never taken the $20 challenge, take the $20 challenge. Support the channel, guys. This is right in my neck of the woods, PG County, man. Not too far from DC. Across the county line. ICE. This is where that girl, this is not far. This is like not far from where that girl a couple of weeks ago got killed by that Mexican. Or she met him, not where she got killed, but where she got in his car. And then she ended up dead and he dumped her somewhere. You remember that big story? Forgot her name.
Yeah.
Rika, whatever the fuck her name was. I don't know, but yeah, this is not far from there. A lot of Mexicans over there.
Help me! Ayuda! 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 Help me! Help me! Ayuda! Hey, look at me! Ayuda! Right there! Ayúdame! They're trying to kill you! Ayúdame! Ayúdame! That's not a people! Where's Franklin? Where's Franklin? He's gonna kill me! Ay, American! Ay, American!
Put the gun down. Put the gun down.
Wait Put the gun down. You're gonna shoot me? Point the gun. We have it. Put the gun down. You're gonna shoot me? Go ahead, shoot me. Hey, shoot me. Put the gun down. What's your name?
Man, you know the sad part about it is that we're gonna lose. The country loses this guy's contribution to America. You know what I mean? We'll never. We're one less, Mexican, and damn, man, this guy was gonna do so many great things in America, man. Just sad to see him go.
What's your name? Put the gun on me. Hey. I ain't fucking scared. What's your name? Yeah, he's trying to shoot me. Get out of here. You're not wanted here. He's trying to shoot me. Go ahead. We got you on camera pointing the gun.
What'd you say?
Look how long it takes him just to get in handcuffs. Man, if that was a third world country where he was from, they bringing out the nightstick and the rifles, like, put your hands back one time. That's it.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, yo, do you want this guy in your country? Like, he can't even follow. Like, I would feel more sympathetic if he just was like, all right, you got me.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you gonna be a problem over here, man.
No, he got the gun. He got the gun. America. Are you on America? Get out of here! Fucking Nazi! Are you on America? Are you on America? Look at his face!
He still ain't got his hand. He still won't give us up a hand.
This is a man of a Nazi.
And the only person called him a Nazi is the white dude, punk ass white dude.
America! Look at his face! Hey, I am America!
He's American. Why doesn't he just wait for the ID?
Yeah, exactly.
Go ahead, shoot me. That's what he does. I am America. I love you, America.
I love it, America.
I love America. I love you, America. I'm born to see. Leave him alone. Yes, I'm born to see. Yes, I'm born to see. Hey. Hell no. Hell no. Help me. Help me. Yeah, that's what help me. Hey, I'm born to see. I'm born to see. I love you, America. Hey, police! Police!
Damn. Damn. This is Durham. Okay, so the ICE shooter. Okay, so that must have been what the DC was trending. DC was trending, so that must have been what it was trending over. Okay. All right, man. Yeah, man. Salute to everybody out there, man. Shout out to Roger Wood. He says, I think I quietly heard the Aurora officer say for Derek when he shot the Sunman. LOL, Big Crump heard it too. For Derek Chauvin, man. God damn it, man.
Oh, man.
Jesus Christ, man. I think I heard that too, man. Yeah, man. Free Derek Chauvin, man. And on that note, man. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was like, them damn crackers, man. Always trying to kill us, man.
Yeah, man. Free Derek Chauvin. Same black time, same black channel. Out of here. Subscribe.